Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. It's Frost here, and we are back building Copperton. So we got to do this side next. Also, I have the wizard skin on right now. I made this one for a little magic mod I made. It was a while ago. It wasn't that good, but I'm kind of proud of it. But yeah, so I made a wizard version of my skin. So I thought I could use that. Now, I'm really proud of this side, but we gotta completely ignore the level of goodness for that so that I can make this side. Alright, so we're going to want to go up a little bit closer, I think. And we're going to want it to go around. So we want to go this close in, and we want it to do that and end right here. So that's how the path is going to go. So we're building through there. We might want to have another bridge going this way, because we don't want it to be completely separated from each other. We want the whole town to feel interconnected. So we don't want it to just be, we have this side and then we have this side. So let's just make a little of that outline, just fill it in a bit. We want it to stick out a bit more. This area is kind of outside. I might make it a different material than the path in the sand. Alright. So now from here, we're going to want to go back again and do big shapes and then small shapes, coming from the big shapes. So we want it to be different though. So I'm thinking we make a little triangle-ish. We're not going to make it a triangle because that would be a little bit out of the ordinary. But if we had like a bigger tower and a small tower next to it, and a little bit of space in between, we could have a little shed in here. And then we would make this a bit bigger. Have that, and then we remove that, it'll be like that. Gotta make sure to remember to curve it at the top. It's a little big. If we shorten it down here, gosh, I haven't played with Minecraft sounds on in a while. could have this happening here. We have that little thing going on, which shows the bounding box here, and from here we're gonna have a little shed, probably with a door in it, and then we're going to want to have I suppose a smaller building over here. Good. Then I suppose we should have a little bit sticking out here. So that it can look better. This should be a wider building. Now that's a little too connected, so let's make it a little bit shorter. Okay. Oof. I'm not doing this as well as I did before, but I wanted to make sure to have more pathways in this section. So what if I did this? Okay, and then we could have a little bridge over here as well, or maybe like a power line or something. Probably not a power line because that would be a little bit out of the time of this. So we have this little place. I kind of want it to be a courtyard, so I might just like, do I want to do a diagonal? I'm not that good at building. Let's try a diagonal. A little bit more, a little bit less. A bit more. Moog City. Oh my, I'm gonna have to follow the curvature of this. Okay, there's gonna be a little pathway there, I suppose. And then you can go around here. Ooh, okay, so what if I cut it? But in order to have something that connects to this, I think it's going to need to be a little closer. So what if I encroach a bit and make another tower? It can hit one thing. I think the entrance should be this way. Well, actually, this is a town made up of connecting buildings, so I guess I could make it a little bit bigger. So we have this area now. Okay, I think you can get a lot more submersed into this build. Get down, little angle. But we are building with slabs, so we don't want it to go too far down. One more. That's not down at all. We do that. That would look better. Forgot to make this triangle. This can go up a bit, I guess. I've used that word to its limit. Alright, cool. That's more of a triangle now. And let's go in here and do a little bit of rounding off. Now with this section you can get a bit more immersed into the place. There are more hallways and corridors and places to get lost in. Little secrets. I especially like this little courtyard because it reminds me of that one secret soccer area from When Uncooked. Let's just do a little one last thing. And then you have that little area. Cool. Let's sand it up. Man, C418 is awesome. Okay, now from here, this is not going to be the bank, so it's not going to be as detailed or banky as the bank, but I think it should have could make it like that. Though, I think we can also move everything like a block up. That allows me to do this. A little close. Nice. Still missing something. Alright, that's good. Oh, and then I forgot to do this. Round off the edges. I like stairs because you can do this, but you can also make it a stopper. So it's both round and solid. Now let's see, with the other ones, did we do this? Oh, yeah, all of them are square. This one we did it with. Alright, so we can do it with that. Can have that a little bit here. Ooh, lag. Jeez, that was a lot of lag. Alright. Have that, so you can go through this little area. And then there might be something there. We'll have that. Maybe on the other side. It'll look a little bit off-centered, but who's looking here? I think we might actually need to use this. what if we had a little flat area here? Alright, looking good. Now we can place this bit here. Alright. Round off the top. This time we leave it as a corner. We'll have that. Alright, cool. And then... oh, I forgot doors, duh. We need a new type of door. Let's see. Did we try bamboo? I don't know if we tried bamboo. Oh my gosh, we don't even have a door here. Alright. Door there and there. Alright. That's gonna be jungle. Acacia. Oh wait, no, swap that. Reverse it. Alright. And yeah. Okay. So we don't have jungle, but we just used it. So let's do a warped door. Though it's a little eccentric, so let's place it in a bit for some added shading. Then here we'll use spruce. Did we use spruce? It's not a very memorable pop out wood. Yeah, no, we use mangrove but not spruce. Alright. And that can be like that, and then we'll have a little window. And do a little bit of that. Do we do the same thing here? I think we can just place another door. So we'll do that. And place some trapdoor there. Alright. House number 2. Okay. Now... oh, I don't want to do that one. Let's do something else first. This. Procrastination. At least you're getting something done. Up there. Sandstone's such a good block. I don't know if you could tell that I like sandstone, but yeah. I've never really used it this much though. Okay, and then probably best to have the doorway up here. Too far out. Okay, so it's one of either. We'll do this then. And then we want it to be a double window because we have trapdoors on both sides. Great. Now it works that way. You can just barely peer into other people's homes. Little obelisk looking thing there. Too close. Have the top here up here. That is what that looks like. Fountain. Alright. I'm still not feeling this. What if we do this? just doesn't feel right. Not really altered the shape of the building before, but let's try it. Maybe this will make it better. It looks a lot more balanced now. Alright. You can have a little line, maybe a little pattern here. We're really just drawing. Alright, now we go into here, take this step. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Alright, take this step. Bam. Up here. There. Bam. And then you have up here. No, wait. We gotta find a way to do that. Okay, how about do that. And then you're up here. Alright, good. That way it looks normal on the outside. Oh wait, this is a stair. Cutting it close, but it works. And from here, we can put a spire down and have a little area there. Bring it straight down here. And bam. And put a sandstone there. Maybe a spot for a chest here. Alright. Next, we want to alright. And then we'll just move this border in a bit. On the inside, we have a nice little space and then a staircase to the top. Where we can take a little walk. But I will be doing that part afterwards. Next, dark oak. Jeez, that is really out of place. You know, I might just do normal oak here. We'll do dark oak in another place. less conspicuous there. I think this is a little too much. Yeah, way too much. Alright. And this is normal. Just a way to get in. So we're doing diagonal next, because I would still rather do diagonal than that, which I suppose I'll just do last. I'll figure it out. I think this is kind of a perfect entrance. Unfortunately, it digs straight into this place. So maybe let's not. Why don't we do that? We'll have a false window right there. That. That'll just make it stand out a bit more. We'll have this. Here it's out enough that we can use this. But we'll end it prematurely. Have that happening. No. That's a little too out of place. We could have it like this. Little much? Little much. Okay, we'll just leave it as that. that's not right, so let's just do that. And bam. Alright. Looking pretty swell. That down. We'll just straight up have. We can shorten it a bit, just to make it like that. Good. And now we have all that. I want to do something with the base. Little mini tower that it's connected to. I see that. All right. We want it pointing this way. Ooh, that makes a little staircase, except that's diagonal. Never mind. We can place this here, maybe. But we'd have to make a window here, and I don't really want to do that. Yeah, that's not gonna look right. So that's gonna go. Doesn't even look right there. All right. Tiny over here. We could have 2 entrances for this one. 2 entrances for such a small house. forgot to put a door. Again. Dark oak can be for this one. Used it, 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 used it. Alright, so we have copper and iron. Those are our options. So we can have these. Or those. What do they look like when in? Better. Too washed out. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to look industrial. Is it possible to get the thing to face the other way? It does it for double doors. See that? Alright. I'm gonna have to make a temporary double door. Alright. Much better. I think I want it orange. Alright. There we go. Oh well. Gonna have to let that sit. It doesn't look good from head on, but from a side angle it looks pretty good. Unfortunately, this will be looked at from both, so we're going to have to keep it that way. Your turn. Okay. Gonna probably make this wall just because it's better to be able to see what you're working with. Alright. I honestly feel like there should be a door. Now the task is to make this look good. Sandstone looks better. That sound just isn't right. This is just aggravating. Look at that. Imagine that every time you're walking in and out of a house. Alright. What if I do that? Make it really hidden. And then we'll take some of this. And we'll add a window. Nah, let's do it. Make it a bit flatter, but make it look nicer. Alright, we'll place that there. Your turn. Now what am I gonna do with this? We could make it a little doorway to get to the other side, like that. This could even make it the design of a desert well and make it a little bit of lore. It's not actually a well. It's the top of a tower. Nah. Alright, starting to gain that back. bit better. What if we did that? Let's leave it this way. Make it a little path winding this way. Alright. And then yeesh, this isn't great. Alright, I guess there can be one entrance here. Alright, and then we can have an area here. These can be windows. That leaves for a pretty easy way to get through here. Other than that little area. We'll make them too close on purpose this time. It's never good enough. Okay. We'll take it down. Do we want it down here? A little too cramped. So we'll leave it like that. And then here we'll also have one. Going to put that building. In here, I think we're going to have a staircase up to there, and it's going to exit in here. Doesn't even need it. Could just straight up, like... Can you place a door on a stair? No. So it would have to either have no door or be a... Okay. Alright, and that's the little doorway here. What if I just made it part of the design? And we have that little area, and now we need to work on this. Okay, told you I'd make it a triangle. Alright. Now that that's happened, we can focus. First, we have to fill in this wall because it's kind of terrible. And then once we do that, we have an interior. Okay, so this is part of the stairwell. I think that stairwell should be blocked off or graded. Graded could work. Gonna have a little bit of a grate there. That might be too much. we do here? If we just enclose the whole thing, we'll just have a little bit of this that we can climb. Not very conspicuous, but there. What can we do with this? Could put a chest in there. I don't like that. What can we can make a stair. Put stairs the whole way through. And then there can be a chest there. Or double chest. Jeez, interiors are difficult. Why did I do an interior for this one? Do the stairways, but it's not exactly just a tower. Alright, we already have wax, correct? And unwaxed. So, iron door is the only thing that we have. I think at this point we can reuse though. Because I really don't want to use iron. Blue, blue, brown. Alright. Gonna be brown now. That. Ugh. Okay. Oh well. All three doors here can be brown. And then gonna make sure to put it at the top. And now we've done all but that one. No more procrastinating. We gotta do it. Could always change it. I mean, there's not a lot of interior space here. We can separate it up with trim, and then we can have a little balcony. That balcony can be used to traverse the rooftops. do think it's a little tall still. Could round it off a bit. And now, if we get up here, we can climb. Which you can get up there from here. Great. Now you have that area. Let's make it an indent. Can't think of a better place to put it than here. Bring that out. Then we'll have that area. That looks good. Can probably just finish the bridge up here. And that way we have a little area here, and we can jump down. Jeez, okay, this is gonna be a difficult jump. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. But not yet. I think we're just going to simplify this to that. Trying to make double doors is hard, especially on a one block center. Specifically on a one block center. I think we can do that. I think that works because of the trapdoors, and it looks a little bit off that to shine a bit. And then from there, can go that. Make it slant more. Looks like a face of it. Smart. Alright, let's kind of like that. Let's do that though. Okay, and then we'll take pale oak. Actually, let's take acacia. too close. We're going with smooth. Oh yeah. Oh, it can be like 2 different houses. Oh, that was a good separation then. We can have that. Those don't really add too much. Though they do add something. Is it positive or negative is the question. It's really solid. I like that. It looks more like the inside of the wall than an extension of it. Could have that. It's very flat. What if we do that and then... Oh my god, wait, are we gonna do it? One time it's out of my inventory. Shelves. Yep, we're doing it. And I'm going to leave this open for a block that I haven't gotten to use yet, which is... Where on earth is it? There it is. We got pots! Have this area, and it's just going to be a staircase to the next level. cannot do that, but I can do this. Bam. Now just to give it a little bit of security, mount rafters for an added touch. That which chests can all open underneath. And it's just a way up. But in my opinion, it looks pretty cool. Alright. And now we need to make stairs. Love doing this. This is my favorite part of the game. Right. Choose two corners and place blocks there, and then you go from there. Let's make the biggest intersection part in the middle. So we can do that, and then cut it short a bit early. Make it grab it like that. Alright, that looks pretty good. And now we separate some of it into trapdoors. Yes, okay. We got that done. Can do that. Bam. Place these two, and we got a pretty good looking bridge. place this down here, and then we have a bridge. Alright, that shall be the bridge tower. Now we gotta look for transport options. Gotta make sure it's as easy as possible to get around here. Now it feels like there should be a staircase here, but there isn't. There's a staircase inside. So why don't we just do a little building. You have this area, and then it creates a fork in the road, where you can get through to here, and you can go through here. This place is just a little house. Jeez, why are there so many ambient sounds? It's not like we're at -60. Oh boy. That has a flag over there. If we make a flag a different color on the other side, I can just imagine, like, I don't know, just like the person gets out on their lawn over here, and the person gets out on their lawn over here, and they just start shouting at each other. Alright, we'll have that. And this color shall be mangrove. Yeah, mangrove. Or it's a little too not red. Okay, so it's on the other side. And then on top of this, we'll have smooth stone. I suppose this better have a carpet too. Somebody in the comments find out how many times I say I suppose. Majority rules. And whoever top comment with it gets a heart. Let's take our gray carpet, blue carpet, red carpet. Just looked a little unstable. Too much. All right. Let's see the other side. Alright, it's got a hat now. Cool. Next. Oh, carpet. We were doing carpet. That, and then we can place some ladders on it. What? Since when can you not do that? Huh. I thought you could place... Wait. Seriously? Huh. Okay. Really weird. And you can't place it on stairs. Okay. We are going to do that then. Really weird, but it works. Now would it be better to just have a doorway? I think it would. It's kind of unfortunate. this, and it's a bit low. Wait, does it actually work this time? I think it actually works this time. Of course. Alright, let's do this then. Now, to get onto here, you can get there pretty easily from here if you're sprinting. And you can get on there from here. And of course, you can always be down here. Or you can get up here, and then you're back up here. From here you can get down here, and you can't get there, I forgot. Doesn't even do anything. We'll also learn. Let's just break that. Make it a little bit easier for us all. Alright. I don't want to build a bridge there. I think it would be a little too crowded. Lower this by 1. Get some carpet on here. Still connects. Good. So now we have this where we can down some of that. that looks better now. You come down here and you have all this stuff. And all this stuff that is head height. So let's break the unnecessary ones. Can make 3 block jumps. Alright. Let's see how we can lower down on the number of trapdoors. Can have that. Actually, that's not on anything. We're still using the same amount of trapdoors. I really don't know what I'm gonna do here. There's so much wood. Honestly, I think it's spread out pretty well. I think it's okay. Kind of funny that you're doing patrol and then this guy's down here yelling. Alright, let's do the pathway. We just need to do something a little simple. And then that's a pretty good pathway if I don't say so myself. Ooh, we can put down another board. Sandstone there. Alright. good. That means we can take this off now. And it has something. Something at least. Well, that's a problem. It's times like these when we use blocks. No. They just get the ultra plush comfy carpet. Alright, let's bring the flowers. There, and there, and then move these up to place those. One on either side here. Place those upwards for that. Now we're going to bring some cacti in here. And also a pot. Let's move it up a bit. Nice. It's so small. Get a trap that, not a trap door. Get that. They can't make the cactuses so that you can, like, put them right next to a block. Not even slabs. But oh well, it helped the redstoners, so that's alright. Alright, and then we can place here. Starting to feel a bit more alive. Oh wait, were there dead vines? Is that a thing that they added? They did not. But do vines look dead here? No, they do not. Alright. Oh, it's because it's not a desert biome. Is there a way to make it a desert biome? Sorry, what is aim assist? So if I get bow and some arrows, Maybe there needs to be a mob. Whoa. Oh, that's what it meant. Oh, that's weird. Oh boy. So it's not just showing the block that I'm selected on, it's also showing a little area. Alright, that's cool. So it did not mean... Oh wait, no. Wait, if I do that... Oh yeah, that is terrible. I wasn't even looking at it. Jeez. Yeah, that's definitely auto aim. I mean aim assist. But it's fine here. Okay. Huh. Alright. Small detour. We got it back. Anyway. This is Copperton. Copperton? Yeah, Copperton. Ooh, we gotta light it up. That's the best part. Okay, now, what kind of light sources should we have? There are frog lights. I think that's the only one we're gonna use if we do use one. Glowstone, good old glowstone. Love that. Campfires are good. Torches, lanterns, candles. I'm always trying to find cold light sources. It's a lot easier now that I'm trying to find the warm ones. So, what if we, over here, we have a little campfire. That's nice. And then, back here we have some torches. Hanging from one of these, we can have a lamp. Okay. Lamps are good when you have everything hanging from everything else. You can have these two. Kind of want to keep it dim, but if we do this... Oh, I need flint and steel for this, I forgot. Oh boy, I just got flashbacks to the old Xbox 360 crafting menu. That did not add much. There we go, that's better. What else can we have? We have another little fireplace up here. And up here. Just keep adding similarities between these two people. And then These people seem like candid folk. Acts as a barrier too. Alright, and then this can probably have this in it. We'll have torches on the outside. Look regalish. Just 3 there. Now, do we want to highlight any points? Up here, we want to make bright. Classic lamp. Then over here, not right down the walkway. Have those, replace 4 up here and 4 up here. That also works, probably better, honestly. Do they go out? Man, they go out. How come those go out and those ones don't? No, wait, they don't go out. Okay. Nope. Mistake. Just 3. We still want it to be ambient, just not like I can't see. Now we are going to do some lampposts. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Are there wooden walls? I don't think there are wooden walls. No. We could use this. Does it work? Yeah, it works pretty well. Up here. What? Wait, what? What? I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, alright. It was dumb. Alright, we good now. Just the one last one. Wow, I love lighting. We should add some depth here, though. Let's try that. Other buttons. There aren't sand buttons, but there are birch buttons. And then maybe in a very dire circumstance, man, those are really jarring. I wonder why the light doesn't get into them. Who doesn't like little sandstones? Many input methods to the path. adds depth, but the shadows are so contrasting. It's too much. If only we had a block that was slightly, like, maybe a pixel shorter and looked like sand. Rather than raising images up, we can lower them down. We could make them intentionally jarring. If we get some slabs, let's do it out of cut because then it looks made. We can have like can make it shaped like a path. That looks a lot better. Oh yeah, I really like this. Everything has a door. Let's get a torch because I want to do one last thing here. Wow. Alright. I'm happy with this. This is Copperton. Thank you all for watching. It's been fun. And I have nothing to say but a goodbye.